doing what other people think is crazy. We all know what this is like. You get judged, you get made fun of. You know, I'm standing here in a parking lot. If someone were to walk by, they would think, what the hell is this guy even doing? But that's kind of what you have to do in life, is do the weird thing. I make Arizona iced tea content as well as this personal kind of content, which I've just started. But when you think about it, that is so obscure. Everyone judges that. People think it's so odd, and I'm so obsessed with it and things like that. And then people are gonna see this content that I start doing and be like, oh, I thought that was the Arizona iced tea guy. And that was now normalized to them. And now they're thinking this is so odd that I'm speaking to a camera in the middle of a parking lot. But that's what it's all about. You know, if you're trying to do different things in life, how else are you gonna get ahead if you don't do anything that's strange? You know, this is awfully strange to me. You know, talking to the camera like this, I'm much more confident with the Arizona content than I am here, especially in public. Granted, there's no one around me right now, so I feel pretty comfortable, apart from the cold weather. I'm shivering a little bit, as you might be able to tell. Uncomfortability and pressure is just another form of excuses in life, and I don't really like excuses. And trust me, I do have them. Like this morning, I was supposed to get up at 8 o'clock and do this video. It's now 10:30 doing this video. So there you go. I was, having an excuse that I was tired, and I was, but I should have been here at 8 so I could get this video done by 10. I mean, that's just pretty obvious that that was an excuse, and doing the uncomfortable thing would have been coming here right away, waking up and get going. Well, that's all right, because, the compromise, was there, and we're going to learn from it and try not do it next week. At least confront it and realize that it is an issue versus saying it's not. So doing the weird thing, coming out here in the morning, waking up, it was the right thing to do, because now today I'm creating something versus consuming more content, which is what I usually am doing anyway. It brings me to another kind of little side note is, how weird it is that nowadays we are so indoctrinated in dopamine. Like, we just always have these dopamine hits. And for me right now, I'm feeling a very big relief in just standing outside. And that's the main reason why I am outside today. Is I was thinking about doing the video inside last night, and I'm like, I really hate being inside, cooped up, doing all these videos and editing the videos inside. I want to start making videos outside. It's going to make me more comfortable with speaking to the camera, because if there's people around, that's going to, elevate some speech skills. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be weird. People are going to ask questions. That can also invite some content in. You see many people online doing very uncomfortable content for them to start, vlogging around. I mean, that must be so weird, going in a city, vlogging, and then having people, come up to the camera or talk to you. That's a very in spur of the moment, and really can build your charisma and the way that you talk to people. Something I kind of inspired to want to do, because I'm not very confident behind the camera, or at least I don't think I am sometimes. I think I'm doing okay in this video, but doing that weird thing, going out in public, vlogging, that is such a ballsy thing to do, in my opinion. And just trying to get my stepping foot in that here. Continuing on that dopamine hit thing, like, I remember being a kid and being bored. Nowadays, I mean, I don't think I've reached boredom for years, and that might be something that we kind of have to have therapy with on our own, is we need to become bored again, because my goodness, does boredom probably not even exist for kids anymore. I mean, you think of it, I work in a restaurant, and every single time there's a kid, they obviously have a toy, which is, fine for keeping them sane. And then they have the iPads, which they're so glued to completely. Like, a game versus in coloring is much more interactive with the parents and such. But when I see someone on an iPad and then they also have headphones and they're like 5 years old, that is really wrong, because I remember being so addicted to my games when I was younger, and still today, and now with like TikTok, Reels, Shorts, all that is designed to fixate the dopamine levels. And you know, when you're really young, training that, I mean, this is hard for an adult, let alone a kid who's been trained that their entire life to never have boredom. Wow. I mean, boredom would create creativity. And that's kind of why I'm here right now, is because I didn't really have any presets of what this video was going to be like. And now that I'm here, kind of bored, like that kind of sparks some ideas in my head about what to talk about. And boredom is just something that we need in life. And I find, you know, it's so wrong that, you know, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok has all completely taken everything of our minds and jacked it up to the max and basically given us a drug that we have every single day. And now with phones being a part of our work, a part of our social aspect of life, our communication, our note taking, our document sharing, our content creation, it's just always at our fingertips. And again, even before this video, when I parked in the parking lot and put it in park, I was scrolling for like 5 seconds. Like, why does that have to happen? Can we rewire this? And having it to be to kids is just another level. That's a whole other tangent. Either way, uncomfortability, and you know, boredom does create uncomfortability, and that's kind of why I'm, you know, thinking about it as well when talking about being uncomfortable and being weird and, you know, doing the odd thing. So, I mean, what do you think about this? I think that it is, again, wrong, and I think it is the right thing to do, to be uncomfortable, to be bored, to spark creative ideas, because creation is the opposite of consuming. And who wants to be a consumer for all of their life? You know, even if no one watches this video, or if 3 people watch this video, I'm still feel good about, you know, creating this piece of content and talking to the camera rather than hearing someone else talk. So thank you all for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in another one talking about men's issues and struggles.